Hello again, my name is Ben. Here I am today with another mock showcase. Here's me this time where I custom Lego robots. Now, I figured I'd first start off with an explanation of story, I guess. These guys are supposed to be uh like rivals to my G series mechs, but they're robots instead of mechs. You know, kind of like rivals, like the knockoffs or something. So that's I guess the story that I'd explain. I'd be comparing them to them. So I figured I'd start off with smallest to largest. So I'd start off with the blue one right there. So let me just get these two out of the way. All right. And I don't really have any names for these ones except for like these little nicknames. For this one, I call it the Rocketeer because of, the rockets. Now, first I'll just start off with size comparison with a minifigure. Here you see it's really pretty small. And now I'll compare it with the G0 because that's the one who's supposed to be like rivaling it. So you'll see that the Rocketeer here is a little bit taller, but not by too much. So there's that for you. Now we'll start off with the actual construction of it, starting off with the legs. You'll see they're pretty simple. You got some clips here, and some slopes, and some plates here, just one by ones. Pretty simple. Same for each side. Moving up with the legs, you'll see there are some, what it's called, like hinges. I'm not sure. And you'll see they build up to some clips here, and there's a grill here. Same on each side. Then they build up to like one of these pieces, and it just attaches right here. So that's how it attaches to the body. Now the main body here, so it just uses some grills here, some slopes, some plates, not plates, but tiles, and uses one of these to like cover up the main I'd say like brain to it. Here's just I'm not really sure what these are supposed to be. I guess like batteries or something. On the back of it, you'll see here's the grills more, and you'll see it attaches here with a mixel ball joint to where the main rockets are. They're just normal flick fire missiles, so like that. And on the arms, they're just the simple Exoforce fingers with some I'm not sure what these are like called. These like clips. And I just added some stud shooters, so fairly simple, stud shooter. Here's the back. Here's the bottom. It just uses like an upside down tile. I guess that's it for this one. Simple, small. Well, it's probably the worst out of these three. But I like it. It's fine. It has a nice color scheme. So there's the Rocketeer. Next is the yellow and black one. I call him the Hunter because he's supposed to be like the fastest. Now he's supposed to be the rival to the G1. You'll see that their heights are pretty close to each other. Also, I'd like to mention, since that G1 video, I've changed its gun arm, so it looks a bit more detailed and bigger. I think it looks pretty nice, but that's it for that. They're pretty close in height, and they look pretty good together. Now that part's done, I'll start with the construction of this one, starting with the feet. Jeez. The feet here, they use one of these big mixel feet pieces, and on the back there's an inverted slope. Here you'll see there's just some yellow plates which build up to this like shell piece. Moving up to the legs, you'll see here's one of the ball joints, or the sockets, which goes up to a clip, which is a jumper plate with a 1x1 yellow tile. The way the body's made is a little interesting. I used I'm not sure what these pieces are called. I know they were used on the Spider Mech, their legs, so that's where I kind of took these from. I'd say it's a pretty unique design. See how it attaches here. To the hinges area. Here you'll see some, I'm not really sure what these are called. I think they're like grill slopes. And here are just like some construction tiles that I just used here because they look kind of nice. Here's the body. Here's supposed to be like a small shoulder can. I used another one of these clips and a cone, and then just a cylinder, and then just a blue stud. Also, something to note with all three of these, you'll notice that how the G series always does trans like dark blue for their energy pieces. These guys just use light blue. On the back here, you'll see some of these like canisters, just to be like it's like battery source, I guess. I'm not too sure. The arms here are a little different. You know, here's just some clips, some tiles, and here's just another clip for like the hand. And on this arm, it just uses like a tile, one of these construction plates or tiles, and a smaller clip to the gun. The gun here is kind of simple, you know. Uses one of these 2x2 round pieces, 4 studs, one of these like slope pieces, a hinge, and there's some jumper studs and plates. Fairly simple. The head, I really like how it's built. You know, it's kind of built sideways. Let me just take it off here. The way I had to attach it is a little awkward. You know, I have to use this thing, which attaches right here, to get it like even. And so it comes off pretty easily. But here's the head. It's built sideways, you know, attaches here. You'll see some inverted slopes, some plates, the antenna on top of a dish, some more slopes, with jumper plate with a tile for the eye. I guess that's pretty much it for the hunter, as I call him. You know, he's probably my favorite out of the 3. And you'll see the issue with the head because of how it's designed. He's probably my favorite. He's quite nice. I quite like him. So, pretty much it for that guy. You know, the last one, I don't really have a name for this guy. Just the black and red one. But, the original design for him was a bit more different from the others. He was the first one ever built, and he used this really weird, skeleton thing. I think it was from, like, some Mega Bloks theme. I'm not sure about that. But just starting off with the construction... Actually, I just realized I didn't go with the size comparison with the other one. Here's the hunter again. I forgot to compare him with a minifigure. He's a lot more taller than the, you know, this guy to a minifigure. So, yeah, there's just size comparison to that. Now, here is the... I don't really have a name for him. I was thinking, like, the Stalker. Sounds kind of cool. But, here's an issue. The bottom part of the leg comes off pretty easily. But here he is compared to a minifigure. Pretty tall. So, yeah. Jeez. Stability for him is probably the worst out of the 3. The other 2 have pretty good stability. This guy has it the worst. Just because of how the legs are designed. But let me compare him to the G2. You'll see that he's quite a bit taller than the G2. But he's a lot less, like... bulky and like broad-shouldered than the G2. So yeah, there's the 2 of them compared. They look pretty cool together. Now let's start with the construction, starting off with the feet. They're built pretty similarly to the hunter. So I mean, I can't say too much, you know, inverted slope, but it's a bit more like it's a bit more stubbier than the hunter. You know, has a little bit of red here. And some slopes and tiles, you know, same old, same old. Moving up to the leg, you'll see some of these mixed hole sockets. They're pretty prone to falling off on this leg specifically, probably because it's like kind of weak. You know, you'll see just some, I'm not sure what these are called, you know, some red cheese slopes, and on the back, some 1x1 plates. And the upper legs, their design is a little iffy. They don't really have any tiles or anything. But it kind of just is there so it can have like more splayed out legs. Blech. So yeah, it's attached with some of these. I don't know what these are called. Apologies if you can hear the air conditioning. It's kind of loud. You know, it attaches with some this hinges here. Now the main body, you know, it uses some of these more grill slopes up here, which go to more grills. Here's just a red slope. Some big, what is it, 2x4 tile, and it attaches with some of these, here's a lightsaber blade in red. I think it looks pretty good here. Now, the arms are asymmetrical and have pretty different designs. This one's like the gun arm. I should probably mention that articulation on all of these are all right. Probably not the best that I could do, but, you know, they all look pretty good, and their articulation's pretty decent. Now this is the gun arm. You know, you see it uses a inverted tile here and a just black tile here. It attaches here pretty simply. The main gun here is pretty cool. I like it. Uses some of these pieces, studs on them. Uses some stud shooters here. You know how stud shooters work. Fire them off, and uses some of these Technic pieces with some blue studs at the end. Some grills here. The other arm, it's a little differently designed. Actually, here's the back of it, and nothing much going on. It uses one of these, I'm not sure how to describe it, but it uses like a jumper stud here and is like attached onto it. So, like that. To get it like this sort of down motion. I think it looks pretty good. There's just some tiles up here to like kind of hide all the light gray here. A mixel joint for the grill, and just a grill here. And the hand is, pretty simple. Uses some Exoforce fingers, some hinges, some slopes, kind of. I'm not sure what these pieces are called. And just some here. And this bottom part can come off pretty easily. That's because I'm pretty sure I need like one more piece here. But the head of it, it's pretty simple. It uses just this red grill for the eye, which I think looks pretty menacing. Here's just like, it's kind of built sideways, so, just a good look at it. All the way around. It uses one of these. It's add like for some covering. So, that's pretty much it for the Stalker. He's alright. I mean, my main issue with him is that he's just really unstable. He can barely stand up half the time. So, pretty much it for these. Just the rivals to the G series. They're all pretty cool. Let me just get them all three here. Hang on. Now, I'm sure you're kind of wondering if you've seen my G series, where the rival to the G3 would be. And I haven't finished building him. I've been experimenting. He's supposed to be like green and black. So I have I'd say a prototype kind of him, but it's way too small. Here's what that is. This is supposed to be like what it is, but you'll see it's pretty tiny, and compared to the G3, it's too small. And I'll think of something. I mean, it might be my next video, it might not, but here's just this guy, and I'll get a good look of him, because it's probably the only time you'll see him, And I quite like this design, even if it's not supposed to be even if it's not that big. It's alright. So that's pretty much it for all three of these guys. I'm pretty proud of all of them. They're probably not my best work, but they're still pretty good. I guess that's all I have to say today. Also, I'd like to mention, I'll make another video today because 2 people were asking for a tutorial on my Hulkbuster and War Machine Buster. So I'm almost done with that. I'm working on it still. So that'll probably be uploaded later today. So yeah. I also have a podcast, but there isn't going to be an episode this Friday, so you'll have to wait next time. So I guess that's all I have to say. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.